Prog Review 31, and today we're looking at Kate Bush's 50 Words for Snow. Well, is it prog? I don't know. It's a concept album of sorts because it's all about the winter. So, yeah, the theme of the album is winter, snow and ice. Let's see where it goes. I'll do a track by track rundown and then sum up what I think at the end. The opening track is not so much a song, it's more of a sound painting telling the story of a snowflake's descent to Earth and its psychically attuned human host ready to catch it in the palm of her hand. Voiced by Kate herself and her son, it's a minimal piece, and if it was done by anyone else it would probably be boring, and but this is a story about a snowflake being born into the world and being reassured by the words of its catcher. It's quite bizarre, and I probably shouldn't like this pretentious twaddle, but it's hypnotic, it's a mantra, it's cold and eerie and evoking a time and a place this time of year, winter, snow and ice. And it's not bad for two voices, a piano and the odd atmospheric noise that dominates the mix. It really is a minimal work. Moving on to the second song of the album, called Lake Tahoe. It has a few cat walking across the piano moments, as I'd call them, and again it's a work of atmosphere and it tells a story, but this time Kate Bush is accompanied by some strings and a steady percussion motif on the hand drum, and it tells the story of a ghostly Miss Havisham type character who haunts the lake and has often been seen looking for her pet dog, Snowflake. You see what Kate's done there? She's done a Exif Wieck reference to her previous track, which is kind of clever. Again, this is atmospheric stuff. It's not as engaging as the first track, but all along it draws you in. It's more akin to a horror story, The Woman in Black, but told at the piano. Who knows, maybe she'll make it into a film. And then things turn a little primal as thoughts turn to matters of flesh and ice and snow in Misty. And this is again, it's another story song in which the female protagonist makes her ideal man out of snow, and their passionate embrace is such that she melts him. But is it a dream? Is it real? And that's for Kate to know, for us to find out. And she likes the ambiguity of it all. There's been much talked about this song in the interviews she's given, and it's the first track on the album actually has a beat behind it, and it's kind of familiar territory. But again, there's something a little bit lacking. I can't quite put my finger on it. And at 13 minutes 32 seconds, it's the longest song on the record. But I've got a feeling it might be a snow burner, and one that I might need to return to in future listens. But talking of that song, it reminded me of a joke. Yeah. What's the difference between snowmen and snow women? Snowballs. Yeah. Is this album a load of snowballs? Shall we find out? Wild Man is the fourth track, and it was the single cut from the record. And would you believe it, it's an ode to the Yeti. I shit you not. It's an eccentric love song, and it's the first song on the album that actually has some production behind it. And it doesn't actually move at one level, where the other songs tend to move steadily. This one has some dynamism. It's not as hooky as it could be, and I'm a little bit perplexed by it. Am I supposed to laugh at it? Am I supposed to take it seriously? But that's Kate Bush for you. Often leaves you scratching your head. And then we have a guest appearance. Yes, the first guest of the album is a young chap called Reg Dwight. That's Elton John to you and me. And he appears on the song Snowed In at Wheeler Street. And it's an eternal love song about two people who've been in love for as long as time itself, and who are continually rent asunder. Yes, Yes, but this time they're forced together by the snow. Now, I'm not sure if Elton John's voice is suitable match in this song. He's no Peter Gabriel. He's no Rolf Harris for that matter. And his broad tones are somewhat overstated compared to Bush's own delivery. It's a song I didn't enjoy very much. It was too long and it didn't grab me or work for me. I just felt, Elton John was, showboating it. He was doing his, Can You Feel the Love Tonight routine, and it kind of squashed any atmosphere flat for me. Then we're on to the title track, which sees Britain's smartest arse. Yeah, that's Stephen Fry. Yeah, look him up. Don't worry, I actually like the chap really. And he does his turn, listing the different names and colloquialisms that there are for winter precipitation, i.e. snow. The drums lift the song out of the rut that the course of the album seemed to be kind of stuck in, and we're back into hypnotic territory. And it's a bit like Pie from Kate's previous album, and it's a song that, on paper shouldn't work, it should be a bit hokey, but it's a damn sight better than the previous song, and I kind of liked it, and I thought Stephen Fry worked it well, and I thought it was a real chemistry there, even though it was a little bit long, doesn't really go anywhere. I still enjoyed it. So there you go. And then we're nearly there. We're at the last track of the album, which is called Among Angels. And it comes complete with a false start. And it's a solo piece with Kate at the piano. And we'll find that the snow drifts have cleared. And we're out of the blizzard of words. And the warmth returns to the music. And there's a thaw evident. It's a plaintive song of hope, a desperate cry for strength against moments of doubt. It's the kind of ballad you expect from Kate Bush, and there's no real surprises. And that's it. You're at the end of the album. And 50 Words for Snow is for me, it's a bit of a strange affair. It's sparse, stripped back, with piano dominating. And it doesn't have much colour to it. But then I guess that's the whole point of the record, because it is about snow, it is about winter. It is pitched as a winter album. And my problem is that, some of the songs just move at one pace. And they lack dynamics. And to be rude, are a little bit dull. And I do hate saying that, because I'm a big Kate Bush fan. But despite that, this is a Kate Bush record, and it's like years of anything anyone else is putting out at the moment, because she's Kate Bush, and we put her on a little pedestal, and we throw ourselves on the ground and we worship. We all worship Kate's Bush. I had to get that joke in. I think the problem was for me is I was spoilt by Ariel, the previous album, which is an album I love from beginning to end. You can read my review of that. I'm going to put a linky. I wrote a review when that came out, because I used to do things like that before I spoke to the camera. But I love that record, and this album kind of is in the shadow of that, so maybe I need to work it a bit more. And it had a lot to live up to. But there are 4 good songs, 4 solid songs on the record, and 2 songs. Is it 2 songs? No, 3 songs. My maths was bad. There were 3 songs that I could do without. I'll let you figure out which ones they are. And so we come to the end, and I have to give it a rating. Right, so I'm going to give this 3.5 fish people out of 5. That's 3.5 fish people out of 5. And that's it. My name's been Darren Locke, and you've been playing with snowballs again, haven't you? Hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, spread the word, and I hope to see you again. You know what you got to do? You've got to prog on.